a Uranus and a Bakshin that is going to be almost unkillable. I won't say unkillable. I'll take the Yasuo route. 99.99% unkillable.
So we're just doing that now.
Poppy, boom?
Boom, yeah.
Poppy, boom. Nice.
Poppy, boom, baby. If, you know, you gotta celebrate the Angela pick. It's been banned out so much.
Yeah.
And this is close to the Yasuo dream.
Close to the Yasuo dream.
I really need to check that. I don't know if you guys are messing with me or if that's an actual like voice line in the game.
That's it. I'm pulling it up.
All right.
You guys cast for a bit. I'm pulling it up.
All right. We will get a confirmation.
This?
We will get a confirmation from Naisu right now. But until we get the confirmation, we will see that GEEK Fam actually banned the Ruby because learning from the past, we have seen Blink being so toxic using that Ruby. And not just that, for BURMESE GHOULS, they have banned not just the Minotaur, but the Valentina because the Valentina at a certain point can be also used to steal the hard guard and to benefit not just the Deroth, but also the Guinevere. And the Guinevere, as you said, Naisu, for GEEK Fam, it hasn't worked quite as we have seen Guinevere players throughout the tournament so far.
Okay, well, as we get through this, there's, like I said, if you don't pick up the gold lane options, right? It's going to be focused on a little bit. Already the 1-1 taking out the Ixia, or earlier the 1-1, now the Ixia. So once again, do we leave this up to already
Whoa.
locked in here too?
Now GEEK Fam can go. It's tough now, right? The Valentina's been taken out. The Lilia's been taken out.
Wow.
What does a boy play? These are all the three heroes. So they took a different route this game. Last game it was Banchidera, limit his heroes. Now it's limit a boy.
Yeah.
Make him a kid.
Make him a kid.
Yeah, from a boy to a kid, you know?
Yeah, but there's Kid Bomba though. You cannot underestimate kids anymore.
Well, but he's Kid Bomba, you know? He's not a kid. This could be a kid, you know?
Well, looking at
Poppy Boom.
Poppy Boom. We will get a confirmation soon from Naisu because he's searching that up.
He's been searching for some time now,
it's
man.
It's right here.
Yeah, it is. See? See?
Poppy Boom?
Boom.
Yes.
Poppy Boom.
Oh, nice! Finally!
He just lost his mind.
Finally, I see an Eve. Finally.
That's the sound of joy right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yasuo
if Angela says Poppy Boom, Joy says whatever he said earlier. Because that is literally the sound of joy. I've never seen anyone as happy as that to see a Eve pick in my life. Not even a Russian, he mains the Eve.
Sorry, I feel like a lot of us have gone through the Eve.
I am done with Eve, yeah. So when I see Eve, I'm disgusted.
Eve Farsa, Eve Farsa. No more.
Get it out of here.
All right, Yasuo, take us through this breakdown here.
Okay, we have given a lot of credit for the Eve right now. I would also mention the Claude being picked alongside with the Angela because whenever I see an Angela, I would just expect two options most likely to be picked, which are the Claude and also the Erythel, but earlier on. The Erythel, after the little bit of a nerf she got, I wouldn't recommend her that much, but an Angela with a Claude, that's lethal.
Well, we're going to find out here. We load up into the land of Dawn. Ladies and gentlemen, it's match point for BURMESE GHOULS. Can GEEK Fam extend the series to game number 5? Once again, it's been a back and forth between both these teams duking it out. Interesting lineups too. Another debut pick for M5 so far. Now 70 unique heroes. 3 more to break M4's record of 72.
We're still on Knockouts Day 2. We're going to beat that for sure.
Maybe it's the time for Kimi. Maybe it is the time for Kimi to break some records.
Man, if Yasuo went on his knees for the Eve, I don't know what I don't know what's gonna happen for him.
I told you I will cry. I told you I will cry.
He's gonna cry. So we had the sound of what?
Oh wait,
Oracle taking the detour, the entire thing, man. Beloyski, he knows exactly how to make the orange buff make a detour. He's recoding the game.
Yeah, that's not something you see every day. Real quick, emblems. How's it looking, Yasuo?
It's looking quite good for the Baxias, also looking quite good for the Claude because Claude needs to be defending himself at a certain point because Blank will not give the assist for him. That was a steal?
Get walled, bro.
Wow. He's an engineer, maybe. He knows how to build walls, yeah.
This is just Beloyski doing...
An architect.
Yeah, I was like, an engineer building walls sounds strange.
Yeah, but I'm an engineer, by the way. So yeah.
You build walls?
I build the wall.
You build a wall.
A wall.
Okay. Is it the Guardians area? Right now.
I don't think so. The Guardian's barrier is not looking too good right now. Beloyski's HP bar isn't looking too good right now.
Okay, going back to this too, you know, lineup-wise, yeah, it's been forever since we've seen an Eve, but ultimately, still works, right? I mean,
Oh,
RWM.
Marky.
Violent Requiem, Lina pops in that Purify. He ain't dying today. He ain't dying this series, bro.
Yeah, not again. He can't ruin that record so far.
Oh, a boy.
There it is.
Dealing good damage.
Yes, Luke as well, man. Getting brought back by the Stampede, but he dashes out of that range, and now they're set up properly for the first turtle that has just spawned into the Land of Dawn. RWM, oh, it does feel good to say it once now. Nico has that nether realm to keep him at bay. Safe for now, jumps into the shield unity. A boy trying to run him down, flickers out, and Nico still is able to find first blood despite everything that's used on him. Poppy, boom onto Shadow with a hard guard, and Beloyski's forced back with a wild charge.
Affected by this Poppy. Poppy boom.
That's for you.
That's for you, man.
Right? Again, Angela is going to be a nuisance here for the most part, right? Working through that hard guard, dealing with it, but ultimately GEEK Fam able to secure themselves this turtle. But we've seen this before throughout the series, right? Burmese Ghouls sometimes just like, you know what? Let's not worry too much about these turtles. We'll just fight it out and work from there. Also, real quick, you know, itemization-wise, build paths. Where are we looking for, you know, as these first items are worked on?
Look, when you are on the gold lane and you're playing against a hero who can deal damage with the basic attacks, you kind of want to go to the... let's look at the team fight first.
No. You're supposed to hard guard here. Blink X. No, the wild charge, and a big ball comes down. No poppy boom for the next 7 seconds, man.
Feels bad for you? Not having a poppy boom?
We can't say it anymore for... Oh, yeah, he's back. He's back. We can say it again. All right, it's all good now.
All right, so I was saying that whenever you're dealing with a hero that can deal damage with the basic attacks, it's kind of good for you to go with the steel... Oh, I cannot finish it.
Oh, wait, whoa, Jadera with a flicker. Very defensive there. Just gets out, and then Burmese Ghouls, they also don't choose to fully commit here.
Okay, so, you know, seeing things unfold here, there's 3 Purifies for Burmese Ghouls. That's part of the big thing. Oh, RWM once again going to push them out.
Whoa. Abyssal Strike kind of whiffs there.
They get a lot out, though. Like, that, I feel like that's the play. Like, if you're GEEK Fam and you're working against...
What happened to Blink X? No! Another 13 seconds, we won't see it. And GEEK Fam now utilizing the space to go and take the tier 1 up top. Lina trying to open up, trying to give Burmese Ghouls some space, but it just seems like GEEK Fam have control of this game.
I just wish I can finish this point without anyone fighting. So I want to say that whenever, I don't think that I'm going to finish it.
Nico gonna get caught in that barrier right now as GEEK Fam look to go for this turtle. Hard guard coming down on the Shadow, wild charge as well. Marky gonna be able to find the retribution right now, but he's gonna be caught inside of the turtle pit. Jadera as well is next on the chopping block as Nico picks him up. Beloyski trying to run away. Blink X coming down from that hard guard. Beloyski flickers out, but Shadow still finds a double. Meanwhile, Luke, Blink X getting saved. Luke with a flicker forward, finding the kill, but now 3 members of the Burmese Ghouls is chasing him down. Shield Unity coming down. Luke able to dash out from that one, but now gets caught in the Shield Unity as the rest of them go and dive Luke. It should be a kill. No, he jumps out. Shadow takes 2 turret shots and walks away.
Love how he had literally along the action that was unfolding, he had all the stickers. Right? He had it all painted perfectly, even with the double arms up at the end as he survives. Now, taking a look here, gold earned. Jadera's where he wants to be. This is why that Bruno was so crucial for them, but given that fact, right now, Burmese Ghouls, a lot of these skirmishes, a lot of these team fights are working in their favor. How long can they keep that up, though?
Oh, the hard guards.
Everything, real world manipulation, you're stuck in the real world. Everything at the kitchen sink was thrown at Stitch. My goodness, that was brutal.
Well, I was asking how long could they keep that up, skirmish-wise. GEEK Fam, though, a very decisive response. Berserker's Fury also picked up now for Jadera, so the damage department is going to be there. He has the 2 crucial items.
Rachel migration to the back, finding Blink X, Marky disengaging, Beloyski taking low. Have the conceal to go and run away, but now it's going to be Luke who pins them down, gets this penetration on it. Jadera is just free hitting in the back with no care in the world. Shadow, one last hit should do it, and it does. Jadera picks up a shutdown, making a double kill in the 6th minute of the game.
After taking the first church on the top lane and also the first church on the bot lane, you cannot expect less damage from Shadera. 4-1-1 and also having all the gold in the world that he needs. And right now, if we look at the items, if it came, yeah, thank you, producer. We have now the Has Claws, and not just that, the Berserk Fury. He's so far ahead in his game. He's 2K ahead from the Claude. He's 1 item ahead from the Claude.
Yeah, that's kind of massive, right? At this point, Burmese Ghouls, they're going to have to just let go of the 3rd turtle of the game.
Oh
Shadow.
my goodness.
Oh,
Baloyski with a flicker, wild charge. Oh my god, they commit. Even a boy finds an off angle to take Uranus down.
GEEK Fam is mad.
Wow.
They're mad. There can only be one Shadow.
There can only be one.
And it's our analyst.
Yes.
Dang, this type of lead this early on. Very strong showing from GEEK Fam. Whatever they decided to talk about before the last game, they figured things out. And with this, once again, playing around this lead that they have, they set themselves up perfectly for that first Lord of the game, which Burmese Ghouls, again, looking back at this, the series as a whole, they haven't been too far behind this early on, right? They have had some comebacks throughout the courses of the game, but at this point, it's like you need so much time for Stitch to get online here, and that's one of the downsides of the Claude, right? You need more time than in comparison to a Bruno. So then you're really relying a lot of the times on, what is your mid lane option? Well, this time, yes, Lina. He's on this Faramis. He has to play around the Netherrealm a lot of the times too, responding to all this setup potential from GEEK Fam.
And now, what I want to say is, wait, before that, Shadow locked down by the Valor Requiem, a real-world impilation. A Purified to respond it over. Shadow's just trying to buy as much time as possible. Dives under the tier 2, gets walled! and gets taken down by a boy. Baloyski is truly an engineer.
Yeah.
You wanted to make a point there, Mirko.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me. You don't give GEEK Fam momentum, right? Because
they are
saying, no.
I thought
even
this is what you said earlier.
Yeah, they are momentum, but there's a better saying in MPLID.
What is it?
Don't let GEEK Fam cook. Because when they cook, they also eat.
They also eat.
Yeah. Have you seen, oh, Lina, nice steal. But yeah, have you seen their players? They're healthy.
They are, yeah, Let them cook.
Then let
or
them
don't
eat.
let them cook.
Let them cook and then let them eat.
All right.
Speaking of the hero lines here, Angela actually say that I can do all the chores, but not cooking. So Team Burmese Ghouls cannot cook, but Team GEEK can.
Technically they can with the Angela. Shadow can't cook either. Whenever he starts to stuff, he gets pummeled by a few balls from Shadera. God.
Well,
is Nico trying to steal here? No, he's not.
Yeah, Nico's not even going to get close, right? Luke going to make sure of that, keeps him at bay. Lord, like we mentioned, this is just going to be GEEK Fam's. They've set everything up in the early game for them to be at this point. Now, once again, as they approach into the base here of Burmese Ghouls, they'll continue to get these tier 2s down. Lord makes its way top side. Burmese Ghouls just has to watch as their turrets go focus down here.
By the tanks, right? I mean, they're trying to defend in the mid lane. They do a pretty good job, but in the bottom lane, Shadera's just eating these turrets.
Yeah, when you have a Bruno, you cannot expect less because once he finds that turret kick up, he just keeps on scoring goals, man. He keeps on scoring goals. Having that Lord coming up from the top lane, it's actually so hard for Team Burmese Ghouls to pull up a solid defense. They do have the Primus to give them the opportunity to come back. Oh, Baloyski, why did you hit your head to the wall, man?
He's taking the name of the skill a bit too literal. Wild charge.
Wild Baloy, right? Just
Big
again, working, waiting for that Lord, making its way topside. RWM going to be dropped, though, from the pressure. So now, Burmese Ghouls.
It's a weird angle, but it gets the job done. Marquis jumps in with the spatial migration. Burmese Ghouls able to clear out this mid lane pretty well. The GEEK Fam want to utilize it more in that top lane. Burmese Ghouls doing a pretty good job and will only just lose one base turret. I would say it's a... Never mind. It was the first Lord. GEEK Fam got so much value then.
That's what's crazy about it, right? When you look at it, look at the numbers, look at everything that GEEK Fam got out of that first Lord, especially that base turret on the top side. That's troublesome for Burmese Ghouls here, right? So Yasu, given the situation, 7,000 behind, even itemization-wise, what's this looking for Burmese Ghouls? How do they get back into the game?
For Team Burmese Ghouls to come back into the game, they kind of need... Where is the crowd control? I kind of neglected that. Where is the crowd control
for
from
Burmese
Team Burmese
Ghouls?
Ghouls? Yeah.
Well, they don't really have crowd control here. They only have Nico.
Who will keep GEEK Fam into the Blazing Duet, though? if you don't have any crowd control.
I don't know, man.
That's tough, right?
Yeah.
When you look at it, you're like Faramis. If he had a flicker, you could probably make an amazing flicker stampede combination, but you got Purify, right? So
Yeah.
there really isn't anyone there to keep them
people,
together
yeah.
for the Blazing Duet, yeah.
Huh. So for BURMESE GHOULS to come back into the game, we should see Stitch's damage output, because I've seen him whenever BURMESE GHOULS is focusing on contesting on neutral objectives or even looking into the bot lane, he's always on the opposite side of the map. He's always farming and finding his way through that farm. So I want to actually see how much gold does he have, because Stitch is the one who's cooking actually from Team BURMESE GHOULS.
Yeah, he's got to get to the point where, like I said, Claude takes a little bit longer to build up, right? But at this point, you know, how much time are we talking about? You know, 5 minutes? Oh,
Marky.
Shadow.
Shadow's been lifted up too many times this game.
Yeah, he's tired of it, you know? Even if you are
He's
the
already
Uranus here.
he's already floating, you know what I mean? Like,
how much further can you float?
Oh,
well,
a
he
boy.
can float onto a boy right now who's going to be able to pop the real world manipulation inside of the one charge. Saves it for a bit. Now Chidera joining in the fight, doing some damage on the Shadow. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, it's going to be GEEK FAM going up against the rest of the BURMESE GHOULS. But the BURMESE GHOULS can't really force anything. They just got to take what they get. And what they get is just a boy.
Yeah.
Just get a boy. But with that, too, GEEK FAM will be able to get this Lord. BURMESE GHOULS trying to just find the wins they can, right? Given that situation, you're getting to the point, yeah, some of these items are being locked in here defensively as well for Shadow, but still, ultimately, base-wise defense is what we have to focus on here for BURMESE GHOULS. Yasu,
Yeah.
do they have a good high ground defense? Can they actually defend in their base here with this lineup that they have? Now that in just seconds, the second Lord here will be marching in the base.
Well, before I see the blade armor coming in for Shadow, I would have questioned the words I'm gonna say now. So I would say that they can actually pull off a good defense if Shadow goes in and fronts the damage coming from Chidera. Not just that, they can even make the defense possible with the damage coming from Stitch, because I've took a quick look at the gold difference between him and Chidera, and it's actually 600 gold. Even though they are behind with almost 8k, he's not behind when it comes to gold with the most gold holder from the side of GEEK FAM.
All right, let's see it. BURMESE GHOULS doing a proper defense. Luke already forced to flicker early on. Valoisky goes down as well. Stitch doing a whole lot of damage. The wall charge comes down with the real world manipulation and the Abyssum strike.
The Lord.
But the damage has been ignored by the Nether Realm. Luke able to escape. Base turn number 1 in the mid lane. Taken down, but Chidera falls as well.
Well, right now, BURMESE GHOULS, successful defense, although they lose that mid turret. They hold it together for now, gaining a little bit of gold as well. Stitch now picking up a Malefic Roar.
He's doing it.
Will help him. Yeah, he's cooking.
Yes, let him cook. Oh, look! I told you, he's doing really good when it comes to finding when and where to farm, and even he's giving vision to himself. So, oh, Nico.
Oh, Luke
Walks up while charge stunning them. Purify out, real world manipulation now onto Lena with another round, and he's gonna be Stitch with a blazing duet. Finds Valoisky under the tier 1, and now Marky's running the hills. But he's gonna be pulled down, and Lena bursts him with a Ghost Bursters, takes him out 2-0. BURMESE GHOULS are back in the game.
What just happened? Again, as this whole series has gone on, this is back and forth past the 15-minute mark. BURMESE GHOULS fights back.
They fight back and they can actually flip everything around, because as I told you, Stitch have been finding all the right angles and also doing all the right decisions, having this damage right now.
He's a protractor.
He
finds the
What?
angles.
Yeah.
He finds the angles.
You got to get it. You're an engineer.
Okay.
We love math.
I love math. Maybe not quite much, because I'm casting right now. I'm not working as an engineer.
Hey, you can be an engineer analyst.
Yeah,
An
I mean, if you can be an
analyst.
engineer player, right? Because
could.
technically you make walls outside and also on Grok.
The perfect angles.
And I'm a roamer, so everything adds up. So
What are you not? You know, like roamer, engineer, caster.
I will not flex my achievement, but
Filipino, we'd like to say sana all.
Sana all.
Sana all.
Sana all, Yasu.
Sana all Naisu. So I would say that, look, let's get back to the game. I actually kind of forgot the game.
Okay, Chidera still free hitting. Slight tackling forward. Nico shield unity, locking Chidera down for a bit. Now flicker backwards from Chidera, defensively going to be able to piss a lot of damage out. Invisible Strike comes in and Blink X able to flicker out for now. Marky gets kited away by Stitch, and Nico walks out of the real world population. Ooh! With a burst of damage, Chidera still able to sustain back up, and it is a jungler taken down for nothing. The Burmese Ghouls.
They keep going. Again, they're going to have to go ahead and handle some of these waves pushing in, but they're going to ultimately start up this Lord. Burmese Ghouls now, throughout the majority of this game, has not had this type of lead. Can GEEK Fam keep it together and keep them from getting this Lord?
Let's see, Shadow gets the help of the hard guard, and that's going to be the Lord going to the hands of Burmese Ghouls as Luke dives in with the Abyssal Strike. Still going to be Chidera doing some damage. Stitch going to fall. Chidera free hitting in the back, hiding away. The real world inflation comes at a time.
A boy!
And a boy finds them all.
The base. They got to get back. Okay, Lena's up. Blink is there, but making a line for it. You have a boy, Marky up. Lord gonna spawn though, so they're gonna be fine. But what an exchange for that Lord.
A triple kill to a triple kill, one by a boy and one by Nico. Both of them found every target possible to take down, but it seems like GEEK wants to go for a little bit of an aggressive approach, yet the timer is working for Team Burmese Ghouls. They can actually come back and make a really good defense, and not just that, by the help of the minions coming with that enhanced Lord, some of the turrets might actually go down. And seeing and looking here at the map, you'll see that Team GEEK Fam are one mistake away from losing the game, because they already have an inhibitor turret to defend there.
Wow, man, these fights, this series, I feel like this entire series has been the depiction of that fight right there, right? The back and forth is what we see from GEEK Fam and Burmese Ghouls. Ultimately, but I'm still, my arms went up in the air. Because positioning from both these teams, sometimes when you're looking at the gold lane, you're like, whoa, what is going on? And then things kind of get topsy-turvy. Ultimately, though, we have to point out the fact, yes, things are pretty much evened out. Gold lead diminished. But the base of Burmese Ghouls is the one that's nearly exposed. They hold on to that one turret. They have to constantly send Blink X there, probably to manage a lot of these waves. You know, Angela can only clear things so well, but ultimately, that's the advantage for GEEK Fam right now. Expect that not too much is going to happen unless we get a crazy setup from either of these teams. Probably Beloyski would be the one putting the pressure there. But ultimately, you'll wait a minute for that Lord to come up, and then you duke it out, right? We also, the thing about this lineup alone from GEEK Fam is you really can't put pressure on the side lanes. Unlike the Claude across from you for Stitch, right? If they somehow extend the game further, that is going to be a winning condition that they could execute. But right now, Burmese Ghouls holding it together ultimately against GEEK Fam.
If you saw the damage coming from the Eve right now on Shadow, which is the most tanky person on the side of Team Burmese Ghouls, you will be surprised. But when you look at the itemization, having that glowing one, Nicholas of Durance, Ice Queen, and adding more cooldown to it, I think that Aboy is actually a master when it comes to itemization, because he knows what he's up against. The tanky heroes, he's melting down. The heroes with no ability, he's making them paralyzed. They cannot move out of the real world manipulation. And setting up for this upcoming fight, I can actually see a wall built by Beloyski and a real world manipulation by a boy. So it's gonna be so hard for Team Burmese Ghouls to execute this upcoming fight.
Well, once again, Lord now gonna be up. Blink still on the top side.
Hey.
Come in anytime with that hard guard. So still, notice how hesitant even GEEK Fam is to go ahead and commit to this. Marky does not have the immortality this time around. Nico doesn't as well. They can probably swap in some winter tranches if they want to. But right now, they'll go ahead and start this up. Both teams taking their time with this one. Fourth Lord of the game here.
Super slow push built up top. If you see it right now, Blink X is going to have to deal with that. And GEEK Fam are trying to posture up, trying to look for an opening, trying to look for a big wild charge combo onto Nico. To give Marky a big play. Spatial migration, not with a Wild Requiem, baiting up to another round, but Lord knocks two of them up. Beloyski gets a 4-man wild charge. There's some strike coming down as well. Luke holding it in, looking for the big play. Real world inflation in the back line. Legendary pops in over to Nature, and that's into the battle requiem, blocking Stitch down. Beloyski finding him with the power of Nature. The Winions in the base. Lina takes Beloyski down. A boy with a flicker forward. Now chasing Lina, putting him down. Lina buys the immortality, forced back in the Burmese schools. They disengage. Lina still going up. What? Lina wants a fight. He'll get a fight, and he'll be taken down. Luckily for him, he does have that passive. He can still come back in.
Buying more time is an actual solution here because BURMESE GHOULS are lacking a lot of damage when it comes to the wave clearance, and if Team GEEK Fam use that to their advantage, they can actually finish. Before Stitch even comes back up, they don't need the Lord Bush, they can just go in with the minions. 10 seconds away, and BURMESE GHOULS are not looking good. A team or a full series looks so tempting for Team GEEK Fam.
BURMESE GHOULS waiting a couple seconds here. Stitch should be up, holding on to that one turret. Mid lane, though, the concern.
Oh, look with the penetration. Marky with the facial migration.
Ooh.
Nico getting bursted down. Another round coming down in time, and Lina will now march forward, giving Shadow a little bit more HP with the help of the hard guard, but Shadow gets melted down by the likes of Marky. That was facial migration by two, and GEEK Fam will force it to a game 3.
They extend the series. GEEK Fam will go to game 5 here. Ahead of them, once again, a very strong showing. The back and forth, back and forth. Now it comes down to that one single game ahead of us.
Outstanding, remarkable, stunning, and amazing. These are the terms you can use for such game, and as we all expected, it's